welcome back to my channel. My name is Beverly, for those of you guys that don't know me, and for those of you guys returning, thank you guys so much for coming back and joining me today. As you guys might have already seen by the title of this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my filming setup today, and also a quick tour of my beauty room as well, because it's all combined in the same spot. So if you guys want to go ahead and see my filming setup, please keep on watching. Okay, you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and hop in right into the video, because at the end I'm going to really show you the overview of everything in my room. I'm going to go ahead and explain some things and just really go into detail on some of the stuff that I use as far as equipment goes. Now, I did want to go ahead and let you guys know that most of the stuff is not the cheapest, you know, that you guys can go for, but it's also not the most expensive as well. I kind of just did my research and just figured out what worked for me as far as budget went, and as far as do I know how to use it, you know? So that's what I kind of went for, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I edit my videos on iMovie. As a lot of you guys may know, iMovie is a free editing software that's on all Apple devices for the most part. It's like on your MacBooks, on your phones and all. So basically, whenever I started doing my videos on YouTube, I started using my phone to edit my videos. I just felt like that's what was easiest for me to do at the moment, and I kind of just went with it and I liked it. But eventually, as I started getting a little bit more into my videos, I just switched over to my Mac desktop, which works just fine for me. It is a little bit more confusing, you know, because you're going from your phone to the computer. But let me tell you, it is 100% worth it if you guys have something, or have a laptop, or any type of laptop or software to invest in to kind of get used to it. It is definitely a good payoff, and it does really help, especially in your editing. So I definitely do recommend that. The second thing I wanted to talk about is what I use to film my videos. I always have it linked in the description down below that I use my iPhone X. It's just a regular iPhone X, and I think, you know, for the most part it has good quality. For the meanwhile, this is what I have and this is what I'm using. Hopefully in the future I can save up to get a camera, but for the meanwhile, this is what I use. Okay, the next item that I wanted to talk to you guys about was my lighting. So I do have 3 soft boxes. I have 2 right here, 1, 2, and then 1 above me. This is the set of 3, of course, and it's the MOUNTDOG soft boxes, and it came with 4 light bulbs. So I have 3 lights, and then you had an extra light bulb in case one of them broke. Of course, just my luck, one of them broke, so I ended up replacing it. So eventually now I only have the 3 that, you know, are in my soft boxes now. But in total, I paid for these on Amazon with taxes, shipping, and all. I paid $93.31 for all 3. Honestly, to me, it wasn't a big deal, because I know this is something that I want to do and it's something I want to invest on. So I thought it was a good investment on that part. So I went ahead and rolled with it. Okay, the 4th item that I use as far as I call equipment, I use the Power Device microphone. It is a microphone that I'm using to record all my videos. Sometimes I pin it on my shirt. Sometimes I just lay it next to me. That way it's not so close and the audio is not so harsh. But that's the microphone that I use. Everything that I'm using, I will link down below just for the FYI, you guys. And the microphone was $22 with 22 cents, taxes and all. And I feel like it is a good investment, you guys. The 5th and final thing I wanted to talk about, you guys, is the tripod that I use. It's the AccuVar, or they also have some that are Amazon Basics. It just really depends. It's a 50-inch tripod with a smartphone mount on it, and that's what I mount my phone on. That, with taxes and all, was $14.03. Just some quick things that I wanted to mention to you guys about was that I also use reflectors, which I will show you guys later on in the video, like I mentioned. They are these panels that I have divided in 3, and those are 4 feet by 8 feet long. Those are the R-Tech sheathing insulating foam boards, and I literally just went to Home Depot. It was like a big old strip, and I was like, you know, you need to cut this up in 3 pieces, and that's what I went ahead and used. Eventually, you can like trim them down, you know, because it's just foam. You can just trim them down and have them to the size that you want. But I feel like this really does work for me, and it is a good cheap alternative. They also do have the reflectors on Amazon that they're just kind of like, you know, they're like circle photography reflectors that you can have one underneath you or whatnot. But this is a really cheap alternative. It was actually $8.38 for the 3 pieces. Don't forget, it was one whole strip and I just had them cut it down, but it is no extra cost for you to do that. So I highly recommend, if you are a beginner and you're wanting to get into all that, I do recommend you guys purchasing that. And as far as my backdrop, these are the backdrops that I use. They're just fabric, basically. But yeah, so now that I went ahead and mentioned all the equipment basically that I use, the other materialistic things that I do use is, like I mentioned, the backdrop. I have a table and then a chair, which here in a little bit now, I'm going to go ahead and get up and I'm going to really show you guys all into more detail. Okay, you guys, here is a quick overview of my beauty room filming area. I'm just going to go ahead and just do a quick overview of what I've already talked about and just show you a little extra bonus on this side here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start off on this side first. As you guys can see, I already talked about the 3 lights that I have. They're from MOUNTDOG once again. And I usually connect one on that side down there. And then this one here, I connect it to this lower part down here. And I have my last one here that goes over my head, and I just plug it down here. And then it has like kind of like a little bag that weighs it over. Excuse my carpet, I had hair dye fall on it last week, so excuse that. But anyways, so these are the lights here. And then I'll show you the front. Okay, now the next thing I want to talk about is my backdrop. Currently, it's just pinned to the back of my wall. I know I haven't gotten a backdrop stand yet, nor the correct fabric. So this one right here is from Walmart. It is just plain cheap cotton fabric. It's about 2 feet of fabric here, and it's really cheap. It's about $5, and yeah, I'm just working with what I have right now. I, in the future, want to go ahead and get the stretchy fabric where there won't be any creases visible that bad, at least. So there's this, and it's just pinned to the wall, as you guys can see. Okay, the next thing here, I have my reflecting foaming boards or whatnot. They're about 8 something, and I'll have everything linked down below. And these are from Home Depot, and they're actually 3 pieces cut evenly. So these are 2, and then the other piece is back there. I like to usually have one set on my table here, and then one on that side, and then one on this side, just depending on how much light I want to bounce back to me. This is obviously a cheaper version. You can always get the reflectors off Amazon to have underneath your table, but for now I'm working with these and they're working out perfectly fine. Get into, it's not really equipment, but like I mentioned, it's material things I use. This chair is from Target. I've seen a lot of people have these for their vanities. It's a Target chair. I got it gifted for my wedding. It was back in 2017. As you guys can see, I still use it. I love it. It matches with what I'm doing in this room. This table here is from Sam's Club. It's a lifetime 4-foot table, and it does 3 different adjusts. It goes up. This is one height. It goes down lower, and then also goes up higher. I really do like this table a lot. I feel like it's the perfect size for a filming area. It's not too long like the big old 6-foot, 7-foot tables. I feel like it's perfect, and it does not take up that much room in my beauty room. I have my microphone right here, as I already mentioned to you guys, and all the description and prices, and this is always down below. This is it. And then here I just have like this little I don't know what it's called, adapter or whatnot, but it's to plug into my phone. I just have to plug it in here, and then I plug it into my tripod right there. And it does have an extension to it. I don't think I have to use an extension because I feel like I'm not that far apart from my tripod, but it still works, okay? And I usually just clip this to my shirt. My view right here, obviously they're not on right now because I don't want to blind anybody, but this is my view. And then the one sitting over me is this one right here. Okay, now here's the tripod. This is how literally I just positioned it frontwards like this, and it just faces me. It's probably, yeah, I'm not sure what height it is right now, but it says it goes up to 50 inches. I know it goes up higher still because this neck part still extends up. So I don't have it that high because obviously I'm not sitting that high up either. So this works right now for me. And yeah, I like it. The only thing I do obviously want to get into and buy is a ring light. That way, once I have the ring light, it's going to have its own stand. And then I'll be using the ring light as like another piece of lighting here in the middle like everybody else does. But for right now, this works as well. Like I mentioned, I use my iMac desktop or whatever you want to call it. I don't know those fancy names, but I use this here to edit. And it's just on like a little lunch table, foldable table thing there. I'm not sure what you call it exactly, a little nightstand thingy, which works fine right now. And then I have my printer there. And this is just the back overview. Now getting into the rest of my beauty room. This is just a gold wired trash bin that I like, that I found at Ross. Okay, this is just my closet. It does not have doors, so I put up some white curtains. And then over here, same thing on the window. I have a little board that I got from Five and Below. It says makeup is my passion. Some lipsticks there on a lipstick holder. And then I have this here from Michael's just to add additional makeup storage, such as my palettes in these first 5 or 4 trays. The rest is just pretty much junk and crafting things. And here is my vanity. My husband literally made this for me. He got these drawers from Michael's. And then this is one of the shelves that we got from Lowe's. And I'm pretty sure you guys seen this idea already going around on YouTube. It's a cheaper way of getting the Alex IKEA desk or whatnot from IKEA. But you're also making it at a cheaper price, so it works. It looks almost exactly the same, and it has wheels as well at the bottom. Here I'm coming in closer. These are just some acrylic little trays that I stacked up and put lipsticks on, liquid lipsticks to be exact. I have my brush cleaner and my Mario Badescu rose water spray, whatever's left of it. A picture from me and my husband's wedding. These actually are from our wedding as well. Those were centerpieces. I have about some left over, so I decided to use them in my room. We have some brushes, clean and dirty ones, of course. And then all of this is makeup. I really don't want to get into it right now because it might be a separate video. But this is all my makeup that I have here. Aside from like, you know, these drawers as well for my palettes. So yeah, this is a quick overview. This is just what I have. This is my vanity mirror. As you guys can see, one of my lights is falling. It's also a DIY that my husband made for me. And honestly, I live for it. And this little last sign here, it says never chase anything but drinks and dreams. And it's gold and white, kind of goes with my theme as well. And of course, back to my studio filming area on this corner here. And then you have the door. And then we're back over here. So as you guys saw, this is basically what it is. This is my whole filming setup and my beauty room. I am working on getting a little bit more stuff in this room just to kind of fix it up and to get it more to my liking. But if you guys want to go ahead and see a more in-depth video on my makeup collection or my beauty room tour, please let me know in the comments down below. I do want to go ahead and film that for you guys, and as well as other fun and just really creative videos in the future, because I know 2020 is going to be my year. So please stay tuned for that. But I do want to go ahead and thank you guys so much for watching today, and please stay tuned for my other videos. Bye.